Today we are honoring two men, Elmer Nickelberry and Reverend Memphis Smith, who were part of the 1968 Memphis garbage strike that brought Dr. Martin Luther King to Memphis in support of economic and racial justice. Here is a little bit more on this historic moment.
The word, I am a man, it told us to stand up. Indignant and to lift up our heads and roll back in our shoulders. The way I came about being a sanitation worker, I was hired with the city April the 15th, 1967. The working condition back then, it was horrible. It was very horrible. During the winter season, we didn't have sufficient working equipment, and we had to work in the cold. We was making starvation wages. And I didn't see how I was going to be able to support my children. We was called boys because of our color. They wanted something did. They would say, come here, boy, and do this, or come here, boy, and do that. I was at work the day I heard that Colin Walker was killed. They was killed in their own truck. When we heard about it, it was like, well, we gotta go back to work the next day. So the next day we was back at work. Just like nothing, happened. We had to do something to make a change. So we decided to go on strike. We was marching every day for justice, better working conditions, and pay. I remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. coming here, and I remember that when we would march, he would always tell us, to let this be a peaceable march, even though there was a lot of violence, a lot of chaos, got sprayed with mace, water hoses was turned on us, dogs biting at us. But at the same time, we kept the faith that one day we would overcome.
All labor has dignity.
I was there that night when he made that speech about he had been to the mountaintop and he had seen the promised land. And he made a statement that I might not get there with you, but we will make it to the promised land. When I got the news that Dr. King was killed, I was frightened. And that particular evening, it got pitch dark here in Memphis. I'd never seen darkness like that got. But at the same time, we knew we had to keep going. We had to keep the faith. Well, I'm still working. I wanted to make things better for the coming generations. They have the torch, and they're gonna have to take it and run with it. And we need to be more respectable than we are in the way we treat each other. If I see my brother, whatever nationality that he might be, if he down, it's my job to reach down and pick him up and not to step on him to keep him down. So that makes me feel like I am a man.
For more than 1,300 sanitation workers, what began as a union dispute became a full-fledged battle for civil rights. 12 days after Dr. King's assassination, the city and the striking sanitation workers reached an agreement, and Elmer Nickelberry and Memphis Smith, along with hundreds of their co-workers, returned to work. These two gentlemen are still on the job after more than 50 years of service with the city of Memphis. Reverend Smith was unable to join us here today, but we are honored to welcome to the stage one of these history-making men, Elmer Nickelberry.
My name is Mr. Elmore Nickelberry. I've been with the city 64 years, and I'm still working. And I appreciate y'all having me. I'm 86 years old, but I'm a man now. Don't you never think I ain't a man, but I'm a good old man. Thank you.